back to the Pentias universe. This is me, Kartika Sajeev, the author of the Pentias series. Well, today's video is all about Pentias Master of the Elemental Jewels, and as we have discussed in the previous video about Pentias Trueborn and Pentias Master of the Elemental Jewels, today I'm going to read my very favorite excerpt from my book. So before that, let me give you a brief up. So as we discussed before, this what is going to happen now is actually Mr. Mathur has already slipped into coma, and before that he informed Aahan that please go and meet Mother Alaysia, and we do not belong to this place, and if anything is required, if you want anything, he didn't have much time to inform anything more to Aahan. So he had the previous day was Aahan's 15th birthday, so he had given him a gift box which Aahan could not open until then, because the next day morning itself Mr. Mathur had slept into coma. So now Aahan and the Pentias are now back in their home. Mr. Mathur is in the ICU, and they have opened the box and they've got a couple of papers as gift, so which has a few things, but along with that they've also received a letter. So I'm going to read that part today. So sorry. The others started examining the papers to find any missed out details of it, while Aahan went on to open the third and the last document, hoping to find something in it. The others looked at Aahan surprised on seeing him silently staring at the open sheet on his hand, which was shivering now. He was not even blinking, but just kept staring at it as though he could not believe what was in front of his eyes. Aarav put a hand on his brother's trembling fingers and asked, "What is it, brother?" Saying so, he leaned forward to take a look at the paper. Aahan looked at Dhyan, Harshi and Farhan, and then turned to Aarav, still with shock in his eyes, almost as though he would burst into tears any moment. He said, "It's a letter from..." He paused, took a deep sigh and said, "From Mother." Turning back to look at the document, still not being able to trust his own eyes. It was a letter from his mother. He at once recognized her handwriting. How can he ever forget that? She had taught him to write. He still kept staring at it, remembering the warmth of her sweet cuddles. Those unforgettable, happiest days of his life spent with her, until she left him 6 years ago with Aarav's birth. A tear dropped out from his eyes. None of them interrupted him. They did not know what to say. Aahan finally started reading it out. "My dearest little sugar pie." Aahan again paused. He remembered. "Sugar pie, where are you, sweetheart? Sugar pie, dinner's ready. Sugar pie." His mother used to lovingly call him Sugar Pie, playfully teasing his everlasting love for sweets. He remembered how her smile used to relieve him from all this pain and stress. Her voice kept on echoing in his ears. Aahan could not control his tears. He dropped the letter on the floor and burst out crying like a small child. Dhyan, who was beside Aahan, hugged him, but nothing could make up for what Aahan was feeling now. It was as though his mother was standing right beside him and calling him Sugar Pie, caressing his cheeks. He was hearing from his mother after 6 long years, which felt like a lifetime for him. "It's okay, Aahan. You need to continue reading. We are with you," said Farhan, gently stroking Aahan's back. He took the letter from the floor and handed it back to Aahan. None of them noticed poor little Aarav, who had never got a chance to spend time with his mother at all, sitting there motionless after hearing that it was a letter from his mother. He just kept on staring at his weeping brothers. He thought of what would have it been like to be around her, as his brother still misses her, even after so many years. That much love mother might have given to Aahan, which he was not lucky enough to get. Neither was he lucky enough to even see her, he thought. How he wished for just one small, tight hug from her. Aarav then stared at the letter, which was lying on the floor, as though his little heart was eager to hear what his mother would have written. Would there be something written for him too, he thought. Aahan took the letter with big round red eyes. He was about to start reading when he noticed his little brother. He at once understood what was going through inside him. Aahan remembered how Aarav was always so eager to know about his mother. He remembered how Aarav used to always nag him by asking questions. "Brother, how did it feel like to be around mother? Brother, how tasty was her food? Brother, have you guys played together?" And so on. Here, Aarav, I guess you should be the one reading it, said Aahan with a hoarse voice, handing over the letter to Aarav. Aarav took the paper. He was feeling proud, just at the thought of holding the letter written by his mother. He was astounded to see her writing. He felt a sense of bonding with the letter itself. He held it carefully as though it was his prized possession, one which he could treasure for life. Aarav started reading. My dearest little sugar pie, you are the best gift I could have ever asked for, my son. The day I first held you in my hands, I felt an eternal connection with you. Becoming your mother was the best feeling I've ever had in my life. Your innocent eyes, your cute little smile, they always made my day. Son, I'm sorry that I broke my promise. I'm sorry that I cannot be there with you for the rest of your life. I'm not that lucky enough, son, to see you grow up. When you were reading this letter, I would have long gone, and you would have turned 15 years then. First of all, happy 15th birthday, my sugary pie. I really would miss planning your surprise birthday parties and baking your birthday cakes. I'm sure you look so handsome, just like your dad. Speaking of your dad, I don't know whether he has already slipped into his hands of his destiny or not yet. But son, please do forgive both me and your dad. We're only trying to protect you by not telling you even about from where we belong to. Aahan really was a loving and caring human being and the best husband and father in the whole world. The moments I got to spend with him were glorious. Every day was special. He might have been a little strict with you after I left, son, but it was only because he loves you with all his heart and only wanted to protect you. Aarav then stopped reading and looked up at Aahan, face full of emotions. Suddenly, he put the letter on Aahan's lap and tightly hugged him with eyes shut. Tears rolled down his face and he started crying silently. What is it, brother? Is it done yet? Asked Aahan, holding Aarav in one hand and picking the letter with the other hand. He traced down to where Aarav had finished reading and then understood why Aarav became emotional. His mother had now addressed Aarav and had written for him. Aahan continued reading, gently ruffling Aarav's hair, while Aarav just kept listening to him silently. My dearest little cutie pie, Aarav, from the day I got to know that you were in my tummy, as you grew inside me, the gentle flutters I got in my stomach, and the time you started doing somersaults in my tummy, I cannot explain the amount of happiness I was filled with. Me and your dad always ended up in a fight when we started searching names for you. And it was finally your brother Aahan who had come up with such a lovely name for you. Having you in my tummy, I cherished every moment, every feeling of you I could get, which was definitely not enough for me. Oh, how I really, really wish that I could see your angelic face. I would give anything just to give you one tight hug, to feel you in my arms, son. But I'm afraid I'm not lucky enough. Son, please forgive me that I did not have any other choice but to choose this destiny of mine. But to both of my bride, Aahan and Aarav, I have to say this. I'll always be by your side, inside your heart. I will always be somewhere in the sky looking over both of you. Whenever you are in grave sadness, my kids, never feel that you are alone. Just close your eyes and you will find me standing right in front of you. Aarav, my son, please do not ever feel sad for not having spent time with me. I do have something left for you, one of my prized possessions. You need to get that from the place most dearest of me. Keep it close to you, always. You can always feel my presence around you, my little one. Aahan and Aarav, sons, you might be having a lot of questions in your mind by now regarding everything. All of this would seem very odd to you, but son, please do understand that we were helpless. Both me and Aahan anyway had to face what was in our destiny, but we do not want you to fall into it. That was why we kept on shifting from one place to another, had to hide our true identities, and also had to keep our kids in darkness. Sons, there is still nothing much I can say even in this letter about anything. Your dad too couldn't have said much, fearing the evil lurking around both of you. Just this much, son. It's high time you meet our guardian mother. You can always use her guidance through any kind of darkness. to reach our destiny. With loads of love, Mother. Aahan finished reading and there was an awkward silence there. None of them spoke. So this is it, guys. This is the most favorite part of my story, and the one which I had enjoyed writing a lot. And there is still more to it. There's romance, there's adventure, there's evil, there's so many more to Pentias Master of the Elemental Jewels. So this is it for today. If you do like my videos, do like, share and subscribe. And if you want to know anything more about Pentias, about myself, about anything, do share in the comment section. Also, do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you get to know when I come up with more videos. Bye bye.